playoff beer is not totally
Hey,
accurate. Not totally accurate. It's post
no,
whistle, and not only post whistle. All of you. It's a very special post whistle. It's an Olympic edition post whistle, and
nice.
boy, oh boy, do I have a couple of a big Olympic fans with me today. First, from parts unknown, Adelia Christensen or Adelia Chamberlain.
What? Whoa!
I mixed
What?
it.
What?
I
What
got.
are we doing here?
I wanted to
What
say
are we
both.
What
doing?
is happening here?
I wanted to say both. I couldn't decide who I wanted to say was from parts unknown, so I mixed them both together. Adelia
Wow.
Chamberlain.
Adelia
Adelia, how are
Chamberlain
you?
is here.
Yes.
From parts unknown in the plains of the U.S. I'm doing good. Glad I can join you guys. I missed out on the show on Monday, and I was a little upset about that, but I'm glad I'm here. And I am an
Oh,
Olympics junkie, so
yes. I've seen that. You are very excited about every medal that the Americans have won. Canada
Mhm.
can't get as excited as uh,
No.
it's been a slow response to how well they did in China. Also joining us, of course, from parts unknown in Canada,
Hello.
Ryan
I'm.
Ryan Ryan Chamberlain is here.
I was
Ryan
gonna say my name's
Chamberlain.
Ryan Chamberlain. It's
Ryan Chamberlain.
it's very
Yeah.
nice to meet y'all.
He's got a Team Canada jersey on too. Oh, that one's a little better. That one's a little better. I just haven't been able to get into the black, maple.
I don't like the like. There's only a couple of jerseys this Olympics that I do like. Canada is not one of them.
No.
But
And
yes, my name is Ryan. My name is Ryan Christensen. Thank you very much for having me on.
he's also hedging his bets a little bit. He's also his family heritage comes from Denmark. So he was cheering for the Danes a
Oh,
little
I
bit.
oh I
he
oh
was
yeah.
very
Oh,
excited for some of those goals today. That's for sure.
And we're
well, I
gonna
was
get
yeah.
it. We're gonna get into that because it was a not a
I was more.
classic
I think.
American
I think.
performance, and not in the first period anyway.
I think I was more excited
Hi,
for
Shug.
Swayman. Hi, Shug. I was excited for. I was more excited for Swayman letting them in. That was fantastic. How he
That,
just decided to olay them in.
yeah. Like I said, that they didn't bring Bussy is probably one of the biggest criminal things they did. Not bringing Jason Robertson, another
Yeah, that
criminal
also
thing.
doesn't make sense.
Doesn't
No,
make doesn't make any sense.
No.
Where do they think this is? It's a
but
best on best tournament. Bring your best.
but but what are the Americans right now?
They're 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could sit here and we can nitpick Canada. We can nitpick like the only teams we can't nitpick are everybody else but Canada and the US
This
because
is the
everybody
thing.
else brought their best. So we could sit here and nitpick USA didn't bring their best. Canada didn't. Well, we'll get into it with Canada with their best and that. But I mean, you know what? They're both 2-0.
Yeah.
They're both still on the trajectory to get to where they want to get to. So
I don't even think
I
it's a
mean,
trajectory. I think it's just fate. This is just what's going to happen. It's the
well,
immovable force versus the movable object and stuff like
yeah.
that. It's irresistible force,
You
movable
just
object.
you just did a gorilla monsoon reference,
It's
and that's
gonna be a slop.
fantastic.
It's gonna be a slobber knocker come next Sunday.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, yeah. As far like yes, as of right now, that's the course that this tournament is headed to.
Yeah. Okay. We should go through. So, of course, we can go through. You want to go through your Team USA here first
Sure.
because
Okay.
you just watched the game. It's fresh in your heads and stuff like that. Maybe not. A banner performance, but
It
the
was
American.
not the greatest display that USA could have put on.
But it comes
No.
down to a first period that wasn't great, and Swayman.
Oh, Jeremy Swayman.
If you see that second goal, there's been so many goaltenders that have been caught with that. With the shot coming in that goes off a shoulder, goes off a shin pad, and changes directions when they think it's so easy, they just switch off, and it's gonna beat them and stuff like that. And that's fine. It makes it 2-1 Denmark at the time. It's Denmark aren't in it. after this. So they're going to score
Oh
another goal,
no.
but they were never in it after the first period. But it made for an exciting couple of talking points, I'll say today. While
I
America had to kind of regroup, and then like all the eyes go on the coach and stuff like that, knowing that the Rangers have been shit. Why they decided on him people to lead them into this thing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You can
we've got Mike Sullivan as a coach and John Tortorella as an assistant coach. And I'm going, what are we doing?
yeah,
you can be
yeah,
skeptical.
she
You
did
can be
say that.
skeptical, but I don't know which American coach or whatever at right now you'd put in there to say
I
this
don't
is the
know
guy to
either.
win it.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So
But we'll let Adelia take the first comment about the Americans up to this point. How are you feeling?
They play down to their competition if it's not Canada. They get up
well,
to
we'll
play
see.
Canada. Yeah, so far they've played like, oh, we know we're gonna win this game, and forgotten to actually go out there and win the game. In the first period, their first period against Latvia wasn't the greatest. Their first period against Denmark today was not the greatest.
Oh,
Jeremy Swayman, they tried everything they could to make every excuse in the world on the broadcast, in the studio show, in between intermission, um, why he let that second goal in. Oh, it blended in with the
yeah,
boards and he
exactly, yeah,
lost
exactly.
track. Shut up. He should save that. It didn't hit anybody. It there's no reason that goal should have gone in. The first goal was not good goaltending. The third goal, just whatever. They've basically given up the 1 seed for the quarterfinals now because of the goal difference, because they're not going to get it back against Germany because Canada plays France. So Canada will be 1 and US will be 2.
Do you think it's
That's how I
that
feel.
big a deal though? Who's
I
one
don't
and
think it's that big
two?
a deal,
No,
but
like
I mean,
I don't.
it depends on how the other teams shake out.
But I think
Because
this is the way we envisioned the tournament going so far.
yeah, but I
You'll
don't
have
think we envisioned Sweden maybe being Canada's first opponent either.
I think
that's
maybe we envisioned Sweden just giving a
well,
shit.
just given it. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a whole different conversation with Sweden because
Yeah.
there is a lot to unpack with Sweden, with the unhappiness of the players, to the just to the sheer effort and care that they're putting out there. It just doesn't seem
Mhm.
like it's there.
Well, with Sweden, it comes down to like they didn't have a great game against what was it the Slovaks or whatever. They when they win 5-3, it's that they give up that goal so late. That goal they don't give up
Yeah,
like they
that kills them. That kills them. Absolutely.
yeah they still win this game. I think that's a thing that you can take to it. But they were just other than that, like Sweden has just been what
Like,
like I think this is a thing with a lot of the teams. A lot of the teams that are going to bring like a bunch of NHL players and stuff like that.
uh-huh.
They're treating it like an all-star game. They're treating it
Yeah.
all offense. All offense. Go 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 go. Everyone to the front. They're leaving and the USA
Which,
was
but that
victim
only
of
works for a couple of teams, though.
I would say it worked for well, Canada hasn't.
Oh, well, I mean, that's
But
just we'll talk about Canada in a bit. But
who they played. So
Hi, Yolanda.
hi,
I
Loianda.
so they everybody's going offense, offense, offense. Look at us, like showcase, 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 which is fine. But America got bit by this in the first period. I wasn't mentioning when you guys were doing the live stream earlier. They just looked soft. They looked
Yeah, the
soft.
defense was not good in
What
the
you
first
did,
period.
yeah, the defense wasn't clearing anybody from the front.
They tightened it up a little
They,
bit, but also Denmark only put in 2 shots or whatever in the second period, and that
oh,
killed
it was. Oh, I think yeah, Adelia and I were saying we were asking each other like, is it 1 or 2 shots?
it was terrible.
And yeah, and Adelia's like, I think it's 2, but I'm not sure. And I'm just like, because it just seemed like so the first period, honestly, like from the U.S. Denmark game, U.S. come out and they were flat as flat could be. It's almost like that they just expected to walk over this team,
And they
and
shouldn't
then
have. Let's make that very clear. They shouldn't have. Denmark is a
100.
good
Well,
team.
but then again, like I don't think Canada has like done that with any of the teams they played. But I also look at the competition that Canada has played to what the U.S. has, and it's let's just say it's been better competition.
I think on paper for sure, definitely higher. I will say one thing about this. These guys have all been like the top tier Denmark guys, and they've all played together for a very long time. So it's not like it's America and Canada like that where they can be mixed up. These are
yes,
the Denmark guys.
but it's not like it's a soccer
It isn't
club
going to
or
matter.
whatever that's been together for
They're not
years. Like
making the middle round. So
no, like but still, like in hockey, you could have these guys that have played together for years and that.
yeah,
You put the top tier players of the Americans against this Danish team, and to me, it shouldn't even be a fight, an effort. The Americans should take care of business handily. Now, I think Sullivan made a huge mistake putting Swayman in. I think that's the wrong move. So now you're leaving Ottinger. So what, you're going to put Ottinger against Germany?
I don't think you start. I don't. Yeah.
So you're going to play all three
I
goalies?
think they will. I think they're
that's
playing
wrong.
Ottinger against Germany.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think it's going to be. It's going to be.
I think it'll be Hellebuck. So you're telling me that Swayman is the number 2 goalie ahead of Ottinger?
No. Well,
Ottinger hasn't dressed for a game yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now, is there an injury that we don't know about or whatever? I don't know.
I think that's more to the point. Maybe there's something else that they're just not saying about what's going on with Ottinger. They're saying where they want to keep him off his.
But Swayman did nothing for the Americans today against the Danes. Yeah, he actually hurt them
in the first period. He did.
Sure, because he had 2 shots in the second.
Yeah, he did as he needed to going for it. He lets in the 1 goal,
and then 1 goal at the end of the second there, where it was a shot from the point.
Yeah,
like I mean, I'm not saying that should be something that you should be able to say. It was there was no screen, no nothing, a clear shot from the point. You just let it through you.
Yeah, maybe there was another goalie they could have brought instead of him. That would have been a little better.
Yeah. Well, I think we all know who we're talking about.
No idea.
Yep.
Can I take the bus to school or bussy to school?
The bussy?
The bussy to school?
They should have brought him instead of Swayman. Like, I fully agree that they should have brought him instead of Swayman, but they didn't. They brought Swayman, and then we had this performance.
But I also think, too, this is the same with Canada, is that they wanted familiarity within the team. They wanted the same players.
Yeah, I think that can also be a detriment and stuff like that too. Like, I'll never understand why they didn't bring Jason Richardson or Robertson.
I still don't understand why they didn't bring Cole Caulfield either.
Yeah,
but that's 2 players. That's 2 players.
You don't want too many Montreal Canadiens on the in the Olympics. I've said that once. I've said it 1,000 times. Couldn't care less if they heard any of them.
Yeah, because that's okay.
Ferris is in the chat. He says if Swayman is our number 2, then hurt him.
He isn't. I think if he is number 2, then it's by proxy or whatever.
It's got to be because there's something going on with Ottinger.
It has to be. Like, that's the only thing I can think of, is there's got to be some underlying issue. Because Swayman is supposed to be the 3rd goalie, like what Darcy Kemper is for Canada.
Canada goaltending. Well, we'll get into Canada later. Okay, first, I want to just wrap up Group C real quick, because how impressed were you with the Latvia squad that beat Germany today? I was incredibly impressed. That was a good German squad that they beat. It's not like they got Silas, and maybe that's the whole thing. You've got an NHL quality goaltender in net. You have a chance against anybody in an Olympic tournament.
You're not wrong, and that's 100%. It's the goaltending is what is kind of the key ingredient to a short tournament, especially in the Olympics. Because if you can ride a hot goaltender, it can take you far.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And it also goes to show like you just bring your best offensive guys. You put them anywhere. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You bring your best offensive guys, the guys that know how to score, not the guys that know how to break a
Okay, so
when it comes
it's
down to
okay. So it's not about keeping the puck out of the net. It's about
it's about
outscoring.
both.
It's about outscoring your opponent.
Well, we already know that it's not always about outscoring your opponent, but
Well, no, I'm
uh,
just saying. Like
you know,
so if you have a so your recipe for success is a hot goaltender
yep,
and uh, three lines or
yep.
two lines or one line. And,
Well, it depends. If you're talking about what country you have, like
but that's what I'm saying. Like
America should have four killer lines.
like
They don't.
like no, but I'm talking like a team like Germany. If
Yeah,
they had a hot goaltender in only one line, because that's all they have, could they do it?
They could fit in a couple. Well, they will never win gold. That team can't win gold, but can they
Okay.
compete for a bronze? Like bronze is a medal. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah, you're not wrong. But we never, yeah, but Germany was never a talk in our realm
No,
here on the
but
post whistle
they have.
about a
But when
bronze.
you look at these guys, when you look at Germany, they've got a
Mhm.
top four NHL player right now. That they can't rally around this guy. Of course, it's going to be like the depth. No one's
Well,
ever
no,
going
I'm
to say
talking
the depth of
like the top
Germany.
line of Germany is that's as solid of a top line as you'll ever have.
Sure, which were
But
basically
is
shut
that
down by
one
Latvia today.
line? Is that one line enough?
No, you'll always need a
No.
couple, but you're going to look at some other like the Finland game and stuff like that. We're going to say is an outlier. You know,
Yeah, I get that. Yes.
not everybody gets to play Italy in
Yeah.
the round robin of the
Well,
Olympics.
that's very true. That's very
Let's
true, and that's just the
let's go look at Group B.
okay.
We've talked about that. Finland goes and beats Italy 11-0. All right.
Yep.
That's yeah. What are
Yeah.
we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing, people?
It
What are
is
we
what
doing?
it is. The host
Thanks.
nation
Yeah,
gets to
thanks for hosting the
participate if
Olympics. Thanks
they
for
want
hosting.
to. They did. They got a bunch of players, I guess, of Italian descent, because I can't imagine there's actual Italians on that team.
No.
And, and then
So
they just weren't good enough.
here's a question for you. If Canada or U.S. because the U.S. is getting the Winter Olympics soon, aren't they, or is that the summer?
Salt Lake, I think, gets them.
Summer.
So
We
Salt
get
Lake.
we
When's
get
Los
the Summer
Angeles?
Olympics in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and then I think Salt Lake gets the Winter Olympics in like
Again?
2034 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So if you already have an automatic bye, are you allowed to put two teams in?
No.
You should. Can you imagine
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Canada
Salt
had
Lake
2 teams in
2034.
the Olympics?
So
Yeah.
so the next Winter Olympics are in the French Alps in 2030, and then
Yeah.
Salt
and
Lake in
then Salt Lake.
2034.
They're like miles apart. It doesn't make any
Like
sense.
I would rather myself personally, I would rather a second U.S. or Canada team if it's in their country than to bring one of these countries on that is just going to get like they don't even belong there.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that's never gonna happen.
I know it's never going to happen, but it'd be nice if it did.
Well, Slovakia ends up right now on top of Group B. I don't think
Isn't that official? Have they
It's
all played
official.
3 games? Yeah.
It's official.
Oh, sorry, yeah, they've gone through their 3 games. They end up winning like the entire tiebreaker thing or whatever that goes on in the Olympics is beyond me.
It's
it's
brutal.
It's like crazy that Slovakia is top of that group.
Yeah. Like,
When you're talking
like they have
Finland, when you're talking
two-goal
Finland and
differential
Sweden in the
thing.
same, yeah, like it's just
Finland has
nuts.
11. Yes, Sweden is a +2, and
Sweden's going to be the odd person out.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Sweden, I believe, is the team I picked for the bronze.
yeah, it's both you and Adu. You picked them.
Looks like I'm not going to do too great. Sweden as a team, again, that plays that thing like an all-star game. They scored beautiful goals. Like they got in tight. They got, great stick handling in front, making fantastic plays,
Hmm.
and just couldn't give two shits when it came to defense.
Well, no, that's
And
yeah,
they had
that's
good goaltending. Like they have Gustafson in net,
well,
like from
Gustafson was
Minnesota.
actually pretty bad,
He was terrible.
and then Markstrom was the second goalie, and I'm like, okay, he was a little bit better, but not to the point where it's like, okay, I can roll with one of these goalies
Yeah.
because I just can't. But then
Finland is
you hear stuff about the players are unhappy and everything like that in Sweden. Like
so strange. Why are you so unhappy? You
you're
guys have to
playing in the
get
Olympics.
you have to play 2 weeks with each other.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
do you
it's not
do?
that.
Not even 2 weeks. You guys are all millionaires, which is
Oh,
the
well,
whole
that's
thing.
the thing.
Like I would say, we'll talk about Canada and stuff like that soon. And I'm talking would I have loved to have seen Mark Scheifele play for Team Canada?
Oh,
Yes.
sure, of course you would have.
Am I gonna cry myself to sleep tonight that a guy who's making $8 million at 32 years old or whatever he is
Is not.
isn't there something to happen to a guy that's everything given to him? Oh no, no,
Oh, I.
ridiculous.
Oh
There
God, no.
is no, there is hockey has to adopt the same rules as soccer. They're the two big sports. In summer, it's soccer. I think it's beyond question. That's the one that the most eyes are on. It's if it's not, not in
But what
America, like that, but
in what
worldwide.
country? Like, are we talking European?
We're talking worldwide when it comes to soccer in the Olympics. That is the thing that has the most
Oh,
eyes on it.
soccer in the
Like
okay. So
hockey.
we're
Yeah.
talking straight at
I
strictly
I
Olympics.
What what
Yes.
what
I
they
don't think
do
it's soccer.
is just put the level at 23. You can be 23 years old and under to play if you're a professional
And
to
then you
play in
get
the
three
Olympics.
players that can be over 23. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
3.
Yeah.
But
No, I understand that. It's
look
not
at
right.
Canada how 30 in America too. This is no. This is too much. They're all making $1 million a year. Why is it they need something else? Give something to something going up. There used to
Yeah, you
be a
know,
whole program. There used to be no, maybe you're a little too young compared to me, Ryan, and I'm only 23. But there used to be a whole program just for the Olympics. Like I think it was like the last guy I remember was like a big deal. I believe it was Sean Burke in 1988. Like that Canada team that hosted the Olympics was a bunch of guys. Well, of course, they were still playing
yeah, yeah.
hockey they weren't sending their pros and stuff like that.
No, they
They
weren't.
had they
No,
had an
not
Olympic
in Calgary.
program. They had an Olympic
That's right.
program,
Yeah,
which
100% they did.
yeah, maybe that's something they have to look at. Like,
That's very.
okay,
That's a
when
fair
you're
point.
coming up, great, you can play in the Olympics. But when you're 35, you've won 3 Stanley Cups, you're making $12 million a year. You also need this. You need to take something away from somebody else.
Well, I also think too, I mean, but there's also don't kid yourself, Snark. There's a lot of these players that haven't been able to represent their country because of things. So you can't really say like yes, I get it. You're
They
talking like a
all represented their bank account very well.
you're talking like a Sidney Crosby. That I understand that.
He had his chances too. They, of course, in 2000 and
But
what was
then
it,
okay.
2006, they decided
So
not to
then
bring him for whatever reason.
so
That
then
turned out well in Italy.
so in '98, Gretzky should not have been in Nagano.
No, it didn't matter anyways. He wasn't put out on the goddamn ice for the
But
penalty.
but that's not what my question was.
No, he shouldn't have been out there.
Okay. And
Never.
regardless of what, okay. So
No.
because of his age and because of
Ray Bork too, who actually scored on that thing or whatever. It's like
so
no,
is that
23 and
because
23.
23 and under? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking guys like Celebrini, Bedard,
Okay.
those players should be
Should
there.
should we should we move on to Group A?
We can move on as quickly as you want to.
Let's get to Group A. First off, France. Not only have they failed, the one thing they had to do was make the perfect hockey jersey. They have too many designers. We talked about this before. They have too many fashion designers to come up with a bunch of white lines and France above it. Maybe the worst hockey jerseys I've ever seen.
Are they not sponsored by Lacombe? Do they not have the alligator here?
That would have been better. That
That
would
would have
have
been
been
better. I
way
know.
better. You know what I was watching before? There was a big huge fight between Laval Rocket and the Toronto Marlies a few days ago, and I saw like they had like how they have sponsorship patches now on hockey jerseys. I
Hmm.
saw one the Laval Rocket had a Saint Hubert fried chicken on there, and I was
No,
like,
not the Saint Hubert.
I was like,
No.
oh, Saint
Oh,
Hubert. It's
that's
like,
so
oh,
that warms my soul. That
automatically
warms my
miss automatically miss Quebec.
I
And
yeah.
have no
then
idea
That
what you're
warms my
talking
soul.
about.
yeah, and then
Oh, Saint Hubert chicken. Oh,
France
it's
has a bunch
wonderful.
of lines in France on it. Terrible. Oh my god, so awful. Anyways, congratulations, France. You made it to the Olympics. And you're gonna get slapped around for 3 games. They have a 7 goal. That's not so bad for them until
Yeah, but it's only going to
until
get
tomorrow.
worse.
Until tomorrow.
It's
That's when
only
they
going to get
Yeah.
worse.
yeah. The Czechs are a team that maybe
I was,
a little disappointing. A little disappointing
I
here.
would say so. Yeah, I would say so. Like, like I mean, obviously not the greatest draw that they got because I think in another pool they would have been probably right up there. But I still think that they're a very competitive team.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, the first period with them against Canada, the Czechia was right in it, and then
yeah.
obviously after the first period,
That
that's kind of
that was
when
the game I'm
Canada
afraid
decided
of.
to.
You're
That was the
afraid
game I
of
think
the
we all
first
were.
game.
We all were,
Yeah.
not only
You
because it's
should
the
be
first
afraid of the
game,
first
but
game.
because who was in goal for Canada too.
Sure.
That's
But
that's that's another. That was another reason why I was like, "Ooh, this might not go well." But
between the two though, between Bennington and Logan Thompson had to make some fantastic. I think Bennington had a pretty pedestrian.
but so here's okay. So we'll talk more about it in a little. Well, I'm going to ask you a question right now.
Mhm.
Who going forward do you feel most confident with then?
Who going into the gold medal round?
Sure,
Uh, I would go with Thompson just because he looks so good because they gave up so many 2-on-1s.
they're not going to.
No, I know.
John
They're gonna go
John
Bennington.
John Cooper has his love for big game bin,
I
and
don't understand that.
I
Yep.
don't. I really hope it doesn't come back to bite them in the arse.
And
And if
873 ever save percentage in the league or whatever.
and
It's a big
it's a
pretty
it's
it's pretty good.
No.
No,
it's
no.
No.
absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know what? That's just and you know what? He could
but
prove us
it's
wrong
not like
again, like he did in
Washington hasn't been great. Washington
2019.
hasn't been great. Yeah.
Like if he does what he did in 2019, then I mean that there nobody will say another word about Jordan
All you
Bennington.
all you have to
Nobody.
do is look back to last year if he can do that same kind of thing. He had a huge game against the Americans to
But
win the gold in the Four Nations.
realistically, all
It's
we're
gonna be a
asking him
different
for,
it's a different hockey game. It'll be a completely different hockey game.
but
Like, the
realistic,
physicality is gonna get
yes,
taken out of that by the refs.
100%. But realistically, all we need one of our goalies to do is play one game standing on their head, and
Yep,
that's gold medal game.
yep,
Because there should be no reason in heck that we cannot at least make the gold medal round without maybe having a stellar goaltending performance. Same with the other team, the Americans.
Okay, before we go into more about the Team Canada, just about the Swiss, um, they've played all right. They played fine, but you gotta feel so bad for Kevin Fiala.
Oh
And
yes,
this
Yeah.
is what the owners were
Did not
so
want.
afraid of. This is what they were terrified of.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
You injure yourself and you're out for the season.
And I'm pretty sure he's done for the year.
Oh yeah, they've already said he's out for the season. They're gonna have he's gonna have a an operation on his broken leg. So yeah, he is done for the year, and
And so now here's my question then. Like, and I don't know if anybody can answer this. So because if you get like, I know the NHL rules have changed this year, correct? About the LTIR in the playoffs.
right, you have to be at level when it comes to playoffs.
So does Fiala's contract still count towards the LA Kings?
No, they will put him on LTIR throughout the rest of the year. He's not
So
going to
so
play again
so they can recoup that money through
through
like
trades. Yeah,
trades.
yeah, they
Okay.
can. And he could even play if there's a miracle and he comes back. Just the money has to equal out. So they're gonna
Okay.
have
Yeah.
if he comes back in, the money has to come out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Which is I don't think is a terrible amount of money for Kevin Fiala, but
it's probably
still,
what, 5-6 million maybe for Fiala.
that's what I was thinking just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. 5-6.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's still it's a terrible shame
Oh,
he
it's
gets
just yeah.
injured. Something like this
Kevin
year.
Fiala is in the fourth year of a 7-year, $55.125 million contract, which is an annual value of $7.875
Wow.
million.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
Los Angeles set. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, serve it. No, it's a terrible thing, and of course it's Tom Wilson. Where it's not,
you cannot blame Tom Wilson
I
for
was gonna
this.
say
Come on.
not his fault, not his fault. But I'm just saying.
Jesus.
I was saying beforehand, you're gonna have Tom Wilson there. You're gonna have problems, even if it's an accident. It's Tom Wilson.
That's sure shit. But
Now,
there's another injury that hopefully is not too bad going forward.
Josh Morrissey. So he's sick for the Four Nations
He
final.
can't catch a break.
Coming to this thing, I don't know if he takes a puck off the foot or the ankle. I don't know if they've actually said where
They haven't said it yet.
But he's missed a couple games, and now John Cooper saying he is not out for the tournament, which is
No. That's
good. But he's probably got his guys now, and so he's going to miss his chance at playing and stuff.
I think even though Josh Morrissey is not ruled out, he is out.
Because apparently they ruled him out against France.
Yeah, he wasn't going to play.
He was going to play there anyway.
Yeah, we already knew he wasn't going to play tomorrow against France, which isn't a big deal. But moving forward into the medal rounds,
sure, it's a huge deal
to set up their team and stuff like that. It's a huge deal. Now, speaking of huge deals, so they, like we were talking before the Olympics about the lineups they were going to have. They maybe have Tom Wilson up on the top line. They're going to do a bunch of different things. They switch all of this around.
They switched one line. That's it. One line.
Well, I think that having Sidney Crosby in the middle, but Stone and Marner has been a fine second line.
That's been third line.
Oh, sorry, there's third line. The top line, what are you going to
do? This is where John Cooper decided in the second game, we're going to try something here. So they put because go ahead.
McKinnon and Celebrini.
Jesus, sickening. Like how? So. Unfortunately, poor Tom Wilson. It wasn't any of his fault. He actually played very well with them in the first game.
Sure.
He held his own. So they put him on because I think what happened is I think Suzuki was struggling at the wing, so they wanted to move him back to center. Yep. So because McKinnon was centering that line, they said, okay, well, we're going to have to do something. So we're just going to take arguably the second best player in the world. And we're going to put him on the line with the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And then we're going to
you can mix and match whoever you think is the first or second best.
And then we're going to put him with probably arguably the best young player in the world in Celebrini.
Oh my God. 19 years old Celebrini, and
like he's holding his own.
incredible. He's been incredible,
Oh,
not in this position, not in the position he ever played. He was always just a center.
well, to me, he's the next Captain Canada.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big reasons they
Like,
had him. That like, and they left Bedard and stuff like that. It's like Bedard is going to have his time,
yeah,
but they know it's like Lindros. They knew what they had.
like
So they
so,
put him in early.
with the Americans, do you see anybody like that coming up that you could see could be that torch bearer?
Not at the moment.
No. See, that's the thing. I don't see that with the Americans. They don't have that. Like, they have good young players, but I don't see that next kind of
Like
crop.
captain figure.
Yes.
I
Where,
mean,
to me,
I don't understand why Austin Matthews is the captain of the team. This is not new. He's been the captain of the team for a while, I think.
I'm shocked that they didn't put it on a Kachuk. Honestly, like
I kinda am too.
everything was going around this entire their entire focus for American hockey that I've seen is about these Kachuk boys and what they can do. Like they're the
well, I think it's also familiarity with what they did with the Four Nations.
Four Nations.
Well,
Like, just kind of keep everything status quo. Like, if you I mean, obviously Canada did the same thing, but I mean, you like Canada, you could have 4 or 5 captains.
well, yeah.
Where I think the States, I don't even know. Like,
There's a bunch of people that were complaining that Sidney Crosby was made captain. It's like, this is Sidney Crosby.
that's Sidney Crosby.
He's
Like,
like all the credit to McDavid. Sidney Crosby's the best Canadian player in 20 years.
and I think McDavid actually says, I don't mind that.
Yeah, well, no, you shouldn't. He's not as good. Sidney Crosby has 3,000 cups.
That's right.
Yeah, he's way better.
But the way McDavid has played this Olympics, the first 2 games, man, he's setting himself on a different level, buds.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
It's on the speed, the physicality, everything.
For one time, 2-week period. I don't want the worst things in the world to ever happen.
Yeah, after that, you could burn in hell.
Oh my God. Especially with him being in Alberta of all places.
I know, I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the U.S. roster right now. The youngest player on the roster is Brock Faber, and he'll be 24 in August.
And he's no captain.
No, but there's got to be somebody coming. There's going to be somebody coming for America and stuff like that.
I don't know who that would be, though.
They put so much money into that program. They have a great program just outside of college, outside of juniors.
We're not shitting on McJesus, Ferris.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Like, we're not shitting on McJesus.
No, he's.
Yes, we're just saying
he's still Connor McDavid. I refuse to call him that name.
Call him Sid the Kid at this time.
But Sidney Crosby,
it's pretty fun.
But Sidney Crosby is still Captain Canada for this Olympics.
Yeah.
Is that going to change?
Until they can't push him out there on his cart or something like that.
And this will be his last Olympics, I believe.
You would imagine.
Then you'll see the evolution of Connor McDavid.
16 years after the last one.
I know, like
the first one I should say.
2010, if you can, it doesn't seem like that long ago.
They kept
but
him off the 2006 one where he could have
because
played,
he
sucked. They sucked.
Yeah, but the thing, 2010, it doesn't seem like it's that long ago, but it was 16 years ago.
Pretty fun when they
did nuts.
The World Juniors in 2005 while everything was closed down and they played exhibition games here in Winnipeg. That was awesome.
Yes.
I will say they did make Matthew Tkachuk an alternate captain on the team along with Charlie McAvoy. I was surprised Austin Matthews was the captain.
Yeah.
I did think they'd give it to one of the Tkachuks.
I think as soon as they made him captain of the Four Nations, we knew what was going to happen in the Olympics.
Because Matthew isn't even the captain of his own team. Like Brady, I would think. Like, you give it to Brady.
Yeah, I would say Brady would be probably more worthy than Matthew, but
I don't know. I kind of think you don't give it to either of the Tkachuks though, because they're so hot-headed.
Yeah.
and they don't lead
Well, yeah. It's like the
but
game today. I mean, how many cheap shots did Brady give to the?
Too many,
oh my
too
god,
many.
that
Like
one at the end of the first period they tried to justify in the
he
studio
got
show as
he
being
does two
Brady's
shots.
way. Yeah, as being Brady's way of pulling his team up with him. I was like, that what?
There
That's
was a
still
No.
cheap shots, man.
first
It's still
period.
roughing.
First period, there's a scrum. He does 3 rabbit punches to a guy's head, like the back of his
Yeah.
head. And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is fine." Oh, Brady being Brady.
Yeah.
Like,
Ferris is still talking
no.
about Ferris is still talking about Sidney Crosby. Says he could be 100. That's still Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
also says Sid the Kid aura so strong it made Claude Giroux stop hating him. I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's.
I don't know.
I think we're talking the old Flyers Pittsburgh
Yeah,
rivalry.
I believe they
Yeah.
played together on Team Canada.
I'm pretty sure Claude Giroux has no hate for Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
What they? Is Claude Giroux from friggin'
He
from Europe? I know he went to. I know he played in Ottawa. I know he's in Ottawa '67, but I can't remember if he's like from Quebec or from Europe. I can't remember. if
I'll
Claude Giroux
look
no
ever
it up.
played for
Giroux is from
Uh,
Quebec.
Yeah.
Ferris I can't spell the Chucks, but
Yeah.
kind of a bunch of scumbags is correct.
It's a difficult one if you don't know how to do it.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You
But
know what they are?
at least he got the silent. At least he got the silent T in there.
They're the rich frat boys that have gotten away with everything their whole life, but also
Because-
succeeded. You know, it's
yeah.
hard to root.
Yeah.
As
Claude
individuals.
Giroux is from Hearst, Ontario, Canada.
There you go.
He's from Ontario, man.
Yeah.
That's got to be right on the Quebec border, though.
I was gonna say it's probably not too far from like Ottawa. Like I'm surprised you didn't know that one.
Like where I live, I'm 25 minutes away from the Quebec border. So
from Hull or from another one?
no, from another. No.
I've been to Hull quite a bit.
Yeah.
Always fun. Always fun to go to Hull.
It says that Hearst is well known for its prevalent French Ontarian culture. Over 84% of the town's residents speak French as their mother language, the highest proportion in Ontario, and the dialect of French in Hearst is particularly known for being nearly indistinguishable from the French spoken in Quebec.
Yes, which isn't great French. Like
it is very terrible French.
Yeah. Let's make this clear. People from France hate Quebecois French. They also hate Manitoba French. Like, so we got St. Bob's here. It's the largest French community outside of Quebec. Not even no matter whatever the border towns in Ontario and stuff like that. A huge French speaking community. They do not like it when we talk about their poutine and stuff. Hey, like when they talk about
it's not poutine. It's poutine.
We sit in the alley with our red wine. We just take the cork off and stuff like that. Throw it on the ground. We drink straight from the bottle like gentlemen and stuff like that. Eh. So, basically, I was just doing a John Christian. I think
I was gonna say. Like, did you speak out of the side of your mouth like this, or that you John Christian?
Because I'm the friggin' Prime Minister of Canada. Guys, I think we've done enough. We've covered.
I think so.
Like, it's still not finished. There's some matches to come, or matches. I'm still speaking like.
I was gonna. Starting 11.
So, games to go. We got a medal round come. I believe there may be. Thank you very much. I believe we got a watch along that may happen. To wrap.
We have a show tomorrow.
Well, we do.
Yeah, but not a watch along. I don't think.
Not a watch along, but we have a show tomorrow to wrap up the group stage.
Yes.
Yeah, because Canada and US play tomorrow, so we're gonna wrap up and we're gonna talk about who is where, and like obviously Canada. I'm going to assume Canada, US are going to make it through, so they're not. They're getting a bye to the quarters. So we can talk. We can talk about
foreseeing what's going to happen on Sunday because.
Are you talking Sunday?
If it isn't these two teams, that's bananas.
Oh, yeah. It'll be. Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, I think if it's
that would be an emergency post-musical podcast.
Oh, it would be a drop everything. I don't care what you're doing. Get on here. we have to talk about this. Like, because I'm assuming the semifinals will probably be Friday if they're playing Sunday for the gold medal.
Yeah, it's gonna
Let's
have
see
to be.
here. Yeah, the semifinals are the 20th, which is Friday.
Friday, yes. So if for some
Quarterfinals
lowly
on Wednesday, qualifiers on Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay.
Good luck to Sweden on Tuesday.
It seems that if it stays where it is right now, which it won't, but if it does, Canada being first would get the winner of Germany and Czechia.
Yeah.
Oh, Czechia's a big Czechia.
The U.S. would get either the winner of Sweden or Denmark.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
The U.S. is just getting handed their stuff here.
Slovakia would get Latvia or France, and then
Well, that's even worse.
Finland would get Switzerland or Italy.
I will say that Sweden is the one team that America should be afraid about, just because they play the same style of game, but they're a little niftier with their sticks.
Yeah. Teams will be reseeded based on preliminary round ranking after the quarterfinals, so that pretty much avoids a U.S.-Canada semi.
Which is that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
They set this up. So
of course they did.
Teams with the most eyes are going to watch it. Weirdly enough, guys, thank you
and
so much.
I will be eyes next Sunday.
Oh my
gosh!
Watching.
You mean we're not going to talk about the USA 5 Canada 0 in the women's game?
Oh, you want to talk about women's hockey?
That happened? Yeah. I don't remember that.
It very much did. I very much enjoyed it.
I don't remember.
I can't. I've said this to you before.
Ferris hates Sweden.
What? How dare you? I can't get into it. There just needs to be more teams that are competitive.
That does need to happen, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, they won.
It'll be interesting to see the gold medal game after that, because Marie Poulin is back, so she didn't play in the first game. So
it's just not the same sport. Like, why?
I know, but I still enjoy it for what it is.
Why isn't checking allowed?
I don't know.
It'll drive me nuts.
I enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, I enjoy it for what it is.
That's
fine. Kudos to the American women.
Sure. Well,
100%. Kudos.
They were each going to get a medal. It was just going to see what color, as it always is, except for the 1 year. I think Finland or whatever beat America 1 year out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense. Anyways, it was always going to be Canada and America. We'll see what happens at the end. America's been beating the hell out of Canada
every
all year.
American game.
Yeah, I know it's
every American game at this Olympics, whether it's men or women, the American team has scored at least 5 goals.
And yet
they're not going to win. They're not going to be the top seed in the quarterfinals. And yet,
guys, it was a lot of fun. More fun, I think, than I thought I would have talking Olympic hockey, which is, I'm not a huge Olympics guy, but I think some of you guys are, which is awesome. Ryan, as we know, you only eat, sleep, and breathe for the Post Whistle
yes and no.
Until we have a little golf going on here nowadays. It's finally back. Want to tell us a little bit what you got going on with the fairs on the fairway?
Well, there's little podcast that my friend Ferris Mutana here, friend of the channel, and I do. It's called The Fairway. We dive into the realm of PGA Tour, and we don't cover every tournament, but we cover the big ones, and there's a big one coming up in March, and that's the Players. So we're going to talk, and we're going to cover the Players, and that'll be right here on Good Friends Better Rivals, the Fairway channel, and we're going to have fun.
I gotta say, the biggest tournament is usually right around my birthday. I believe.
Well, yeah, but we're easing into the April schedule.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait there. Maybe I'll make some time.
You may be seeing Ryan and Ferris and some others doing some baseball content on the channel soon too.
That's true. Yes.
If you need double teaming on Ferris, you need help with that.
I didn't want to spoil nothing. I don't know what's going on. We have to talk about all that stuff.
We can tease it. We can tease it.
Okay, it's teased. Yes, baseball talk might be coming to the channel.
Try to do something here against the.
No, we traded an outfield for an outfield, so we're okay.
Those monsters in Los Angeles who are owned by some good and decent, wholesome people. You know what I mean?
Oh, well.
All they think.
But yes, so lots of stuff in the pipeline on the Good Friends Better Rival channel.
Ferris is chiming in by saying 4, and then he says home run.
He is a walking soundbite. Adelia, what's up with you? We got a couple of things going on here.
We got a couple of things going on. We've got starting 11 on Tuesday. We didn't have an episode this past week. We were going to do it on Friday, and then we decided it's just actually better to do it on Tuesday. There were no Premier League games this weekend, but there were last weekend. And during the week in the midweek games, so we're going to talk about those. I don't want to, but we're going to. And you might have noticed we did a Brentford versus Arsenal watch along on Thursday. I got real mad at the end of that game. So Ferris has put the goal thing with the fish because of the O's in consecutive.
Does Ferris do every sport?
Yeah, I like
Ferris
that.
tries.
That's
Ferris
good
tries. Also, we've got Steel Conspiracies switching to every other week now that the NFL season is over. Shug and I will be back. We'll be talking about some stuff, including the Six Nations rugby, which continued this weekend, and Scotland upset England in a big Calcutta Cup match, which is really good. And then,
Cup going on too.
What?
So the Cricket World Cup's going on right now too, I believe.
Oh, we're not covering the cricket.
Yeah, but
I'm drawing the line at the cricket.
I'm enjoying watching it.
I didn't know what was going on right now, but I do enjoy watching cricket when I can find it, which you cannot really do on American television.
No.
And then over on the post-credits channel, we've got some stuff coming up this week. We've got on Saturday, Nostalgia Crackdown, which will be the last episode titled Nostalgia Crackdown, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Tries, damn, ouch, Adelia. I don't know what that means. Ferris?
Are you trying to get a fly there, Snark, or what are you doing? Pointing?
No, he's pointing at the Buffy thing because Rewatchers Council Buffy on Thursday, Rewatchers Council Angel on Friday. We will have no MC Rewatchers Council this week so that we can have everybody there for the Endgame episode next week.
Ooh, and that's a big one.
We have Nostalgia Crackdown talking about the 2021 rookie class on Saturday. That's all over on the post-credits channel. You can get there by going to thepostcredits.com. It's the easiest way to get there.
Was that the last rookie class? Was that the last?
It was.
Oh my god.
I mean, technically there were a few rookies in season 9, but the last actual rookie class was 2021.
What a time to be alive. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on Post Whistle. More Post Whistle to come. Maybe sooner than you think, or maybe even myself.
Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Exactly. Like and subscribe, guys. Especially if you're correct in thinking that Canada's just going to walk with why even bother with the med around? Until then, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Go USA.